Hey everyone, Lou with Bergen Pickers, and this is our third vintage jewelry haul video, and I hope you enjoy it. We're gonna need a little bit of help this time around. There's some pieces here that we can't identify exactly who it belonged to, and we know it belongs to a designer, but I'm sure that you guys might be able to help. Also, we've been getting a lot of requests as to where these items can be bought. We opened our Etsy shop recently, so you can find them there. I'll post a link to it in the description below. So if you enjoyed the video, like it. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And if you have any suggestions or comments or any ideas, please leave them below. We're very responsive, so we'll respond to you right away, and you might even get a shout out in our next video. So let's start off with this cool looking glass or art glass necklace. It is completely unmarked. You can usually find a marking in the back of the clasp here. You'll find that a lot of these clasps, it'll say West Germany or Japan on it. And it looks pretty familiar as far as, you know, the clasp goes. And then this piece right here, I'll call these the connectors. But it's a double strand necklace. All these beads are made of glass. Okay, it's like a glass swirl right here, and it's got these intermittent black or blackish looking beads, but some of them look like they might have a little color to them. Then you got these bicones right here, and it's just really nice. And the way I know it's glass, though, the reason I know it's glass is because it feels very cold to the touch, and you can just tell the way it clinks together. Also, I can kind of sort of date the item because this yellow piece is kind of has like an aurora borealis shine to it, like a rainbow shimmer. So it's definitely mid-century until retro. So if anybody's got an idea, let us know. So I'll move that over. This piece is super interesting because it's got this, and I might be wrong, and please don't hammer me for this, but I think it's got like an Incan look. And that's it's a sterling right there, so I believe it was made in Mexico. And it's just got that look, and it's really nice. It opens up like this, it swivels up, which is interesting. I've never seen a piece like this before, so it's very unique looking. The stone is definitely precious. It is cold to the touch. I'm gonna have to test it to find out exactly what it is. It's I don't think it's jade or anything like that, but it's got like that tone to it, and it's just really nice. Okay. Here we got a holiday or Christmas brooch. It's an angel with a harp. It looks very festive. These are faux pearls right here in different shapes and sizes, and this one is signed, and it looks like coral to me, right there. Okay. So it's a nice piece. Another unique brooch or pin. It's interesting because it's got some rhinestones right there. I know it's older just because of the design of it, the feel of it, the weight of it, and then you can just tell by the metal the way it's shaped. It's got some enameling, which is nice. I just feel, so this is one of the ones that I need help with, if you can identify it. I just feel this has got a little more to it, just because of the quality of it and the design. I don't feel this is just a generic piece. I do believe it's got to be one of the designers out there that put it together, one of the probably the more well-known companies. So if you know what this piece is, leave a comment below. Also, I think it's missing 2 rhinestones right there. Okay. Alright, another piece that I know, this one I know, was designed by either Coro or Trifari. I'm not sure. I think it's Coro, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Probably with the Pegasus logo. This is the Marlin. It's like a Marlin brooch, okay? And it does come in different colors, you know, with the rhinestones that are in there. This one happens to be like blue rhinestones and like a red eye. But I'm pretty sure we've sold a few of these before, and it had an actual maker's mark on the back, or it was actually signed on the back. This one is not, so, but I know this belongs to one of the designers. This is a micro mosaic brooch. So the authentic ones, or the ones that are more desirable, are made in Italy. Okay, and it takes a lot of patience to make these and a good eye, because you know you got all these tiny little pieces in here that have to be placed perfectly to create this mural. In this case, it's a floral design. It usually is a floral design, but there's a lot of different designs out there. And the floral ones are the most common. Anything else, like a matador or something like that, or like a figural of like a windmill or something, would be more rare. Okay, so this one is not signed. Sometimes we'll say made in Italy, some others won't. But this is definitely vintage. It's an older piece. And sticking to our marching band theme over here, here's a smaller pin. And this little guy is interesting because he's got a rhinestone there at the top of his hat. He's got some mini pearls to accent. And he's definitely marching band because he's got the two symbols that he'll smack together. And there's like a sword right there. It's got the blue and red enameling. So he's pretty cool. So if anybody who's in the marching band or something like that, I guess this would be desirable to them. Alright, this is a dress clip. And there it is. It's a floral design. It is marked or signed Burke's Sterling. So it's a sterling silver piece. There we go. These teeth right here are how I know that it's a dress clip or a scarf clip. And that's what this is. Got another micro mosaic piece here. As you can see, it's still got that floral motif. And it is a ring. It's not perfectly round here, so somebody's definitely worn it. It does has metal wear on it. So this probably will be displayed in the collection like a ring holder like this, you know, along with others. This is a shoe buckle or shoe clip. It's got Aurora Borealis stones, and believe it or not, for a shoe clip, it's actually pretty rare that there's no stones missing. Maybe not rare, but let's call it unusual. I mean, if you think about it, if you wear this on a shoe and you're constantly walking around with it, you're bound to bump into something or stub your toe, and I'm surprised that this stuff was, I mean, it goes to show you how well made it was. But yeah, so you would put this on the flap or the tongue of your shoe, and you would clip it on, you would bend it down, and it would clip on. Very nice. Here's another mystery piece that shouldn't be a mystery because it is either by a famous designer, again, like Trifari, Coro, etc., or it strikes me as like, I think multiple companies have released very similar design of it. And it's the hand holding like a pearl. And it's not uncommon. I've seen this before many times. But with thousands upon thousands upon thousands of costume jewelry pieces, you're bound to come across similar things. And you could swear that you've seen them before and you can't figure out why. And this is just one of them. So this is a pair of Coracraft earrings. That is mill class. Okay, cold to the touch, etc. It's got some filigree work here. So if you look really closely, okay, right there, see the center of the flower. There's supposed to be either a pearl or rhinestone. And at some point in time, it must have fallen out, and on this one as well. It must have fallen out. You see dead center. So what the original owner did was they bent these in, and I'm going to very carefully bend them out. There we go. just so I can show you give you a closer look as what it's supposed to look like. Okay, now you can see it. There's supposed to be a stone or, a rhinestone in there, and there's not in this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to research this item. We're going to find out exactly what stone is supposed to be in here, and we're going to place the exact vintage stone. So it's going to be a true stone that's going to be put in here. It's not going to be like a modern copy of anything. We do have a lot of items that we bought, stones and replacements that we bought from like mid-century. So we're going to place the exact same color stone in here and then sell it. But it reads right there. That's Coral Craft. Okay, so this is a brooch. It's really nice, and this is like a plastic or lucite material, accented with rhinestones, like lime green rhinestones. That's really nice. Okay, it doesn't need a cleaning, so it will be cleaned. There's another beautiful brooch. And a lot of folks, now these come in different colors. You see these stones that are like dual coloring. A lot of folks describe it as dragon's breath, but not all of it is always dragon's breath. And the other thing that I see a lot is people describing it as jelly belly, because it's not, even though it is glass, it almost feels like a plastic. So people associate, they saw the term jelly belly and they just apply it to anything that looks round and smooth, and then that's not what this is. This is really nice. So always look for the figure 8 puddling. Anything it's got a lot of rhinestones, I look for the figure 8 puddling on the back to see if it could potentially be Juliana or Deliza and Elser. This one is not. And here is another beautiful brooch. So this design right here, and we're going to bring you a little closer right here. You see this design? This is called, it's Damascene. Okay, so this was, this art form of making jewelry was used in Spain, Europe, and in Japan. Okay, so that's a very popular way of doing it. In those two countries especially. So usually you'll see these marked Spain or Japan, but if you don't, it's okay, because that's where they're from. And I highly recommend you going on YouTube and checking out how these are made. It's really nice. These don't get the credit that they're due. They're not super valuable, but if you saw the process of how this is made, you'd I think appreciate it a little more. It's very nice. Okay, now we're entering a category that I'm starting to think is a little more special than your average brooch. And that's this one right here. So this one is early coral. It's if you see the mark, there's a Pegasus with a coral mark. And I can't read what is it. It says sterling below, okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece. She's missing 2 rhinestones, actually right here. Okay, and then another there and another there. That's just a beautiful piece. Highly desirable. Needs to be cleaned up carefully. She's also missing 2 chip stones right there. But these aren't easy to come by. Very collectible. They belong to a certain collection of coral. And the name slips my mind, so if you remember, please write it below. Okay, so I'm going to put that to the side. There's another beautiful rhinestone brooch. This kind of has a watermelon coloring to it. This stone, it's got some full pearls, some larger stones, different shapes, a round, oval, Navette. There's 4 prongs holding, so each stone is in a 4-prong setting. It's very nice. Has like an autumn or fall tone to it. Let's take a look at the back. Cool. All right. Yeah, so gotta love this one, right? Represents our great country. This one is by Monet. It's signed by Monet. And what I like doing with these, I'm starting to run out of family members and friends, but for 4th of July, I like giving these out for people to wear. And this one's really nice. You'll see a lot with rhinestones, and this one, like this one, whoops. Anyways, you'll see on the stars and the stripes. So on the stripes part, you see these miniature diamond chips, rhinestone chips in them, which gives it that extra glimmer. Okay, so this is a nice bracelet. Let's open it up. There we go. It's unsigned. It's got some wear, but correct me if I'm wrong, this looks like repoussé work. Okay, it's like the way it's hammered in order to create this design on this side. I could be wrong. Still trying to figure out exactly how to identify it, but so a lot of folks will, and the more I look at it, the more I think maybe this was not hand hammered, but it could have been just pressed. But there it is. It's really nice. It does have verdigris, which leads me to believe I'm going to sniff it real quick. I know this is made of brass, and I could just tell by the smell. And this is quite common. So if brass gets in contact with water of any kind, so if you go out on a date and it starts raining, let's say pouring, and this gets on this metal right here, over time it'll create that. So this will be gently brushed, etc. But again, you can see that in our how to clean costume or vintage costume jewelry video. There we go. Okie doke. So now we have a. Here, let me lay it out, even though it's kind of busy here. So this is a tassel necklace. It's got a lot of cool looking stones on it. It's got nice colors, very springy. So some of these are made of glass, these beads, and then some of them are made out of plastic. Like this one right here, this is like molded plastic. You can see the seam right there, that'll tell you. Right there. It's a tassel necklace. So not super valuable, but the colors are really cool, and I'm sure somebody will find this necklace useful. Here's an unsigned beauty. No idea who the maker is. Could be just a generic piece, but just the amount of rhinestones on it is really pretty, very beautiful. It's got a little verdigris on the pin and right there, so that needs to be cleaned off. But this is really nice. I haven't really seen anything like it yet, so I thought it was interesting and I wanted to share it with you. So that's cool. We have a few more pieces left. This I thought was interesting because it's a Pegasus core. It's brand new. It was never used. And I haven't really come across any that were still attached to the packaging. So I thought that was interesting. There it is, signed. So it's a screw back earring. Signed Cora, as you can see. Here's another rhinestone unsigned beauty, loaded with rhinestones and different shapes and sizes, gold tone. That V backing right here on the pin is a telltale that it's true vintage. That's really nice. And here we have another special piece. I don't think this one is signed. Let me just double check. Nope, it is not. But this is just another one of those pieces that tells me it's special. It's definitely one of the more famous designers that made it, just because of the weight to it and just the way it's detailed. Just the work on it, you can tell it's special. I wouldn't even be surprised if this was a book piece, just like this one right here. So, if you know what this is, leave us a comment below. It does need minor repair by adding a little rhinestone right there. Some of the enamel has chipped off over time, but it still has a lot of luster. It's very nice, and I think somebody will really cherish it. So that has been it for our third vintage costume jewelry haul video. This all came from one lot, so if you're questioning, I'm just, like maybe cherry picking them or something like that. I'm not. This all came from one place. That's exactly how I present it to you when we purchase it. Okay, for that day, this is how it came in, and it's really nice. We're very fortunate, very lucky that we can do this. So I hope to see you again. If you enjoyed the video, please like it. Please subscribe to our channel for more videos. We release these once a week. All right? So we'll see you next time.